Okay. Thanks guys for getting on. This is a really good turnout for a really late IPA. Okay, so I'm going to follow mostly what Brooke Hemingway says that we should be doing with our 1 hour a day. As I'm sure a lot of you have already put in a lot more than just that hour a day, but I just figured what a better way to get through a power hour. So first thing I want you to do is go to Facebook and go to the Daily Slay page. And what I want you to do, is go to the Daily Slay and type in verbiage, and you will see the most recent post that Whitney put up. I think it was Whitney, yeah. And it says 4th of July special verbiage. I want you guys to have that pulled up because this is what I do every time that I get ready to start any kind of power hours. I make sure all of my things are pulled up that I need. So whether it be verbiage or Messenger in a separate tab, make sure all of those things are pulled up before I actually start my timer, because I don't want to spend my timer looking for things. Like, I want to actually send the messages. So before we get started, go to Daily Slay, find the verbiage, and then in the comments, she put them in there so that you can copy and paste them. And so I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes, and we are going to just send cold messages. Because first and foremost, if I don't do this first, I won't do it. Because I get caught up in conversations, I get caught up in posting or scrolling or whatever it is. So I always force myself to do this first. And I'm going to share a little bit of verbiage in the comments of this as well. So starting the timer now, 15 minutes, cold messages. And if you have questions at all, just unmute yourself and ask them, because I will have it on the whole. I also wanted to share with you guys another tip that Whitney gave me a long time ago, was to pull up different tabs. So when you have Facebook open, you can go and like double click the Facebook icon and open up new tabs. And so I'll open up my Messenger in one, and then I'll have actual like Facebook newsfeed on one, and then I'll be like looking up different people on another tab. So opening up multiple tabs helps.
Can you hear me, Victoria? Okay. So I have someone who I actually was meeting her for like a nannying like interview type thing. And I was telling her about Plexus like in the middle of it. She has really bad allergies. Like she's allergic to everything, like food, outdoor, like she's like her biggest allergy is romaine lettuce. Like the poor girl's allergic to everything. And she said that and bloating and stomach pain are her biggest issues. So would that just be, because I like was telling her about it, but never, like this just happened like 2 days ago and I never really followed up with her. Would that just be Fab Four
Or
or
I would still ask her a lot of questions like, what does her diet look like? If she's drinking any water. Before I ever jump into any type of like, oh, this is what you need, I make sure I'm asking like lots and lots and lots of questions.
I know she eats dairy and gluten free because she's like allergic, like
Allergic.
intolerant to dairy and gluten.
Mm-hmm.
She does drink a lot of water, but she's also a new mom and she was worried, but I told her like the products were safe, like, breastfeeding
Mm-hmm.
mom, whatever. Um, so I did kind of tell her like a general like thing about it, but I just never really like I've been putting together for people, like when I send them information, like specific to what their issues are and like how the things will help them. Because that's the thing that people have most questions on. Well, what is this going to do for me? And what is that? And,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure that out.
I would also send her some articles just about like gut health in general and how it would like help with her allergies. Um, just I try to have a lot of conversation before I recommend anything. But
Okay.
yes, I mean, I definitely think Fab Four would be great
Okay.
for her. Mhm.
Okay, one more question. I just had someone answer me back. It's my cousin who has Lyme disease. Has that helped anyone? Do we know that or yes? Okay.
Yeah, actually my mother-in-law has Lyme disease.
Okay.
And one big thing that they struggle with is inflammation. And
My cousin
so
has blown up like really, really bad.
so ease and slim really I would
Okay.
probably start off with.
Okay.
One little tip with cold messaging, don't respond back to people until you're done with all your messages.
Okay.
It's really hard to do. It's
I know.
really
I'm
hard.
like, oh wait, she answered.
But what will happen is you'll get caught up in conversation and then you'll only end up messaging one person.
Okay.
And so try, I know it's hard, but try to message like at least 5 to 10 people before you start responding back.
Okay.
Just a little tip.
Gotcha. Okay. So has okay. But when I do answer her, people have they like seen complete relief from it, like no more Lyme disease, or just a lot of the symptoms have subsided?
I believe you can't get rid of Lyme disease, but you can help with the pain.
Okay, because she said her symptoms have subsided a lot, but it's worse in like the cold, but she still has symptoms. And she
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been able to lose any of the weight she gained from the steroids and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't get rid of Lyme disease. You have it once you have it, but you can help manage the pain. And then definitely just 2 slims a day in general would help with the weight loss and
Okay.
inflammation.
Gotcha.
Okay. The 20 minutes was up. Well, I can't remember if I did 15 or 20. Anyway, the timer is up. So the next thing that Brooke talked about was doing follow-ups with potentials. And so what this looks like is these are people that you have talked to before, that you are in conversation with, that have shown interest to Plexus, but they still haven't pulled the trigger. So right now, for the next 20 minutes, we are going to follow up with people. This is a good time to follow up with people about the sale going on. Depending on when the last time you talked to them. For me personally, like if the last time I talked to them was to tell them about a sale before, I don't come to them and tell them about a sale. I'm just going to say, hey, I was thinking about you. How are you doing? Or go to their Facebook page and comment on their Facebook, or just connect with them outside of Plexus. If the last thing you did was talk to them about Plexus, try to talk to them about something else. From last month and trying to push for Emerald, like I feel like I have this long list of people that I was not able to close. But the last thing I did was offer them, whatever incentive we were doing last month. And so I don't want to run to them saying, oh, we have half off ambassador codes, when the deal we probably were doing last month was a little bit better. And so I just want to personally like reach out to them, connect with them, and maybe just see how they're doing. But also, there are a lot of people I sent samples to last month that they have not signed up. They haven't, like, some of them haven't even tried the sample. Don't ask me why. But those are the people I am personally reaching out to right now, because it's really easy to send people samples and then completely forget about them. Because it's just, life gets busy. And if you don't write their names down, you completely forget about them. So when I sent them out, I wrote down their names. And so I have this piece of paper that I've been sitting on my desk that I have not done anything with. And so right now I'm going to reach out to them. Basically, I'm going to ask, how their sample was, if they liked what they tried, all of that kind of stuff. So for the next 20 minutes, let's do follow-ups, and I will put a little bit of verbiage in the comments as well. Again, if you guys have questions, just ask. Hey guys, I also want to let you know, Maddie just reminded me because I saw that she was doing this. This is a really good time to also tag people in real people, real stories. So follow-ups can be tagging them in another article, tagging them in another testimony, because getting them to rewatch something, it might remind them, oh yeah, I really want to do this. So just keep them interacted, keep them interested, keep them wanting to try or like wanting to watch something more. Okay, there, that was 15, well, I think 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, so the last part that Brooke said is the most important is expanding your network. And so this can look a lot of different ways. If you are on Instagram, it could be finding new people to follow. one thing I'm doing on Instagram that seems to be working really well is finding people like me. So what I mean by that is like finding people that have the same amount of followers, finding people that have similar type of influence or are going through the same things. Like for me specifically, like with my fertility journey and endometriosis, I feel like I'm able to connect with a lot of people that way. It's a hard market, but I'm connecting with them. And so I've been finding I follow those hashtags and I'll find people to follow that way. If you are on Facebook, you can go to your parents' Facebook page and friend all their friends, because I've done that. You can join a group. If you join a group, do not start friending people right away. Just start interacting on that group. And find a group that you are genuinely interested in so that you genuinely want to check in on that one. Or just simply finding new people to be friends with on Facebook. So, I mean, it will say like, you might know this person. If you don't know them, make sure you know like how you're connected before you add them. Most of mine are still genuinely people I know or like of acquaintances. And so it's easy to add them as friends. Another thing you could be doing is finding somebody. Okay, so this is something that Whitney has done, is find somebody you want on your team. If you've had a hard time getting them on your team, go and friend their close friends. And then they'll start seeing your Facebook posts and you could potentially get them to join Facebook and then, or Facebook, join your team. And then eventually maybe that dream team person will want to too. Or you can get them all to sign up together. So there's a lot of different strategy of how to find more network, but even if you aren't tapped out yet, you will be one day. I'm getting close to finally feeling almost tapped out of my Facebook market, and so I'm needing to expand. And so I'm just having to do that every single day, because if I add somebody today, I'm not going to talk to them about Plexus probably for a couple weeks. So the next 15 minutes are going to be expanding your network and relationship building. So commenting on everybody's things. Don't just like them, comment them. Whether it's Instagram or Facebook, comment on things or send people a DM saying like, I really love what you said here or whatever that is. So the next, actually more like 12 minutes, is relationship building. All right, guys, our hour is up. Thank you so much for getting on with me and not making me do this power hour alone, because that would have been not fun at all. And for all of you that get to put your picture on there and not your face, I am jealous of you because there's been no shower and no makeup all day today. So you guys are lucky. But I just want to thank you for getting on there. Sorry, I just saw that there was another question. So are you asking, Tiffany? So I think for the fireworks code to work, it has to be a welcome pack then. Like they don't, I'm pretty sure every other time before they've had to do the welcome pack right then and there. They can't just wait and do it in the first 30 days. Does that answer your question? Okay. Yeah, at least in the past, that's the way it's been. I don't know if it will change, but I'm pretty sure to start off, they have to do the welcome pack right away. Does anybody else have any questions? Anything? So this is usually what I do for my power hour. Now, things that I probably will still do the rest of the night is, so for those of you that are doing the Shake It Off challenge, I need to go and tag my people in posts on those challenges because some of them are interactive and some of them aren't. But I don't consider things like that my power hour. So I still have that to do tonight. I still need to get on back office and check points and make sure orders have gone through and make sure credit cards aren't declined. So, like, those are all things I do outside of my power hour, but this in general is what I do for my power hour. So, normally I do way more than just an hour a day, but this is like non negotiable, has to be done every single day. So, I hope it was helpful. And thanks, guys, for getting on. And if you are anywhere like not in the West Coast, go to bed because it's late. Thanks, guys. See you later.